What's up, YouTube? It's Angie, the Neon X, and I'm back. Just came home from work to see this box. Waiting for me. Now, I'm very excited to see what is in here. It's something I've wanted for a long time. And I kinda can't believe I finally have it. Let's get into it.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
So here we have it, people. The Mate XS. This was the device that came onto the scene to challenge the inner foldable concept that Samsung had with the original Galaxy Fold. No, I think I'm lying. The XS came after. The original challenger was the Mate X. This is the second iteration of that device. Now, I always felt that the inner fold was the better design choice, because of course with these you have your screen on both sides. But I always wanted to actually experience what these types of folds were like, and this is actually the only type of folding device that is on the market that I don't currently own until now. Let's take a look around it, because as you know, when you buy these devices, this is used, so I'm not sure exactly of the condition it's in. The seller said that it works fine, a few nicks from use, so that's to be expected. Let's look it over ourselves. So at the top we can see where it folds. Here's the hinge, that's the back of the screen. I think I feel a little nick here and there, but nothing to concern myself with. The side is all screen. All screen. The bottom, you have your speaker vent and your USB-C port, one cord to rule them all. The next side here we have the power button and the volume rocker. Now on the front of the device is the portion of the screen that you would use as the front of the phone when it's folded closed. There's no front-facing camera because all of the cameras are on the back. And here we have the other part of the screen when it's folded. Note how it doesn't fold in half. It folds in maybe, what's this, 2/3, actually a bit more than 2/3, because the edge here, it houses all of the components that it needs to power the phone. That's where the battery is. You see where that it charges right at the bottom there. That is the switch to open the device, and here are your cameras. So again, no front facing camera, because you just use the main camera on the back, as this is also a screen. But now for the moment of truth. If I remember correctly from all these videos, you press the button and the screen pops out. I'm a little hesitant, and there it is. Now, there is some resistance when you open up the screen. A lot more than I thought. I guess I was more used to the Galaxy Fold, which it simply opens. It does resist, but it just locks in place. Very stiff, I might add. And then to close it back, you apply some force, bend it back, and you're back into your regular phone mode. As you know what? I'm going to open it back. I have to say that the folding screen feels more fragile than that of all of the folds that I have used. Because again, this is right on top. There is no barrier along the edge like with the folds. All of the folds have a, what do you call it, bezel of sorts, or a lip, and the folding screen is under that lip, so when you hold the device, you're not actually touching the screen unless you purposely want to swipe. You're holding the frame around the screen and such, it just feels more secure. With this one, it does feel like you're holding the actual screen, and it's soft to the touch, so you immediately want to baby this device, because you're not sure exactly how durable this plastic screen is. This is a plastic screen. It's not the foldable glass like the Z Fold series has evolved into over the years. Let's turn it on. Slight vibration while we're on the main side, as if it was just in phone mode, not tablet mode, powered by Android. And that was very pretty. Yes, it was. Wow. And that's also very pretty. That is an amazingly wide screen. Well, just for comparison, I have my Z Fold here. This is the original. It's been with me since day one. Now, to my knowledge, the XS wasn't much bigger than the original Mate X. So let's just see the type of screens we were dealing with. If you were to make the comparison all those years ago, which one you wanted to buy. Oh, I think I'll press the power button and turn it back on. And the Mate XS is significantly larger. At least it seems that way. No, there's no seam. It really is. There's a lot more going on here. A lot more screen real estate, and no notch in the corner, as there's no front-facing camera. It really is just all screen that you have access to. Now, of course, with the Fold, you do have the bezel around, like I said, and the actual folding material, because this and this are made out of the same type of material. This wasn't folding glass, not just yet with the original Fold. But as you can see, it's tucked under the bezel. So when you hold the device, more like you're holding the screen, or not the screen, you're holding the lip, and you're not touching this unless you actually want to interact with the screen. With this, there's little to no bezel at all. You see it around the screen, but it's still part of the folding glass. There's no image there. So this is just all screen all of the time. Let's continue to set this guy up and see what we have. So the fingerprint sensor is on the button. I don't know why I thought this might have an in-display fingerprint reader. I think the latest model does. But let's. Okay, and it says use your thumb. Probably just use my index. Oh, you can actually name the fingerprint. Wow, that's pretty. I don't know what kind of panel this is, but this thing is pretty. So pretty. Yeesh. Okay, it's still Android, even though they don't have any official Google apps. You are able to get them. I was just curious how any of the menus might work. Okay, I've seen if there's an app drawer that there doesn't seem to be. Now let's see what this amazing screen looks like when closed. and it just conforms to fit the screen size. So like this, it just appears to be a, ooh, yikes. And there goes the first flaw with having your screen wrap around the phone. Whatever it's made out of, it's just so smooth that your fingers can slip. Now this side seems fine. It's very rugged, still smooth. You can still slip, but not as much as the side that is actually made out of the plastic that the screen is made out of. I have to say, this is an impressive piece of tech. And just like that, you have a wonderful display. No hole punch, no anything. Checking the camera, you scroll down to switch between the type of camera. Okay. Enable location tag, sure, whatever. Allow while in use. Let's just see that. Touch the dots or slide between them to change your zoom. That's on this side. It is a very smooth zoom too. Well, let's go all the way down to get into your wide shot. Not bad, not bad at all. Let's take a quick picture. It takes it quick. Slide up to see related information. Okay, just like in Google Photos. No related info. And from here you can share, favorite, edit, delete, and more. Let's delete that. Scroll up. It just moves so smooth. It's amazing. I like how smooth this moves. Via the browser, YouTube does work, though I can't get into the app yet. I mean, we're gonna have to see how to get around the lack of any Google services on this device. But yeah, things seem to work fine. That is a really nice screen. It's large, it's beautiful. Like you're holding the actual video, not a device. Then when you close it back, yeah. Well, that's the phone, but the phone did also come with a case. Now, this is not a device I'd walk around with without a case, so let's try to put this on, or at least put it back on. I did take it off to show it to you guys, but I was curious how the phone looked in the nude, so to speak. Ooh, what's this? Multi-window. Not sure how I did that. Oh, okay. Still learning the device. Okay, so press the button. Now this piece, kind of like the Surface Duo. This piece just goes on top of the frame, well, with the Duo it went on the side of the frame, and there's a slight adhesive. Now if you look, whoever had this broke this piece, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But I see how it works, so I'm not particularly upset. Maybe he was trying to take off the this little frame. Ooh, to send it. So that's on. Then we have this back piece, which is supposed to protect the back screen when closed, because this is a hard plastic back here. And this does have the holes so that your camera lenses can show through. So let's see if we can get this back on. I think it just kind of snaps its way on. I hope. I would hate to damage this device. Yep. Goes on just like that. And as you can see, it's a flap at the back. There's the back of the phone. And the flap, it kind of goes over where this part of the phone would recess. So when you close it, the phone locks in place and the flap goes over and the back screen is protected, so you don't feel a way putting your phone down flat on a surface. And from here, this does magnetize to the case on the other side. There's 3 magnets here that, if you can see them, magnetize close, magnetize open. Yeah, I don't know if this can lock yourself in any type of position so you can watch a show or something with, and a lot of those cases have that. This probably not so much. You know what, maybe if this piece was here, maybe it would have had a type of lip. But overall, I can see the purpose of it, and it works fine. Now, it also came with a massive charging brick. Now, I can't use this brick in the United States. I'm sure I have an equivalent to it somewhere, because I do have a few, but it's just interesting to see what the rest of the world uses. I've seen these on videos and stuff, but I've never had one myself. So very interesting. I'm sure there's an adapter you can get to use these here. I need to look into that just cause. Well, folks, there it is. A quick unboxing and hands-on of the Huawei Mate XS, one of the rarer phones out there. So with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and finally getting my hands on the Mate XS, my unicorn. This is what I'm into.